Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today is just going to be a really impromptu video. I'm actually in the middle of starting a new room makeover, and I decided that I would come on and show you guys how I plan a makeover in hopes that it will help you with your next room transformation. So right now I'm actually at my dad's house. I am in his guest room. Let me spin the camera a little bit. So you can see it's literally nothing in here, but he wants to get it ready. He's having some guests come in, and of course we want the room to look much nicer, so I'm going to help him do that. But the planning stage is very important, so I wanted to show you guys how I do it, and then maybe it could help you. And I actually created a project journal, and I'm going to leave all the information in the description box below. I created a project journal specifically for like DIY projects. And when I say created, like I literally just created it and just posted it on Amazon probably about a week ago. So I don't even have the actual hard copy yet. I ordered my copy and I'm waiting for it. But I do have the pages printed out so I can show you guys what is in this journal and then how we're going to go through and plan for this project today. All right, so in this planner, one of the first pages that you're gonna have is simply just about the project. And this page is important because you need to kind of gather your thoughts and your concepts. So if you know that, hey, we're gonna go with a farmhouse theme in here or a contemporary theme, you can put color palettes, different things. You can just jot down ideas on the project page, which is, you know, pretty much straightforward. The next page is going to be your sketch page. And I created a sketch page because this is honestly probably one of the most important pages. You want to make sure that you draw the layout of the room, so if it's rectangular or square, but then you also want to make sure that you get all the measurements of the space. So you want to be able to pretty much measure every wall. And how I do it, so I draw out my space, and then I make sure I make notes of where the closets are, the windows are, and then any other doors, and then I measure the walls between those spaces. Any open wall space, I make sure that I measure. So you can see how I drew it on here. So I drew out the shape of the room, and then each one of the measurements that you see around is the available wall space. And then also, you always want to make sure that you include the ceiling height. So you always want to make sure you measure the ceiling height because you want to know how much length of curtains your space can handle. So of course you don't want to go get 10 foot, 12 foot curtains and your ceiling is only 8 foot or 9 foot. So it is always important to measure the ceilings. One trick that I have for measuring, especially when I'm by myself, is this digital measuring tape right here. It is by Bosch, and I love this. I have shown it on my channel before. Literally, all you do is turn it on, and there is a laser beam. If I want to take the measurement of this wall, so I'm just going to place this at the edge of the wall, and then I'm going to hit my button. Make sure that your laser beam is hitting the end of the wall, like you can see the dot. And this one is 6 feet 8 inches. Love this thing. Never leave home without it, especially when I'm doing a room. And of course, your measurements of your wall space are very important because whenever you're shopping online, like I do, I shop online for furniture or in store, and you have a piece of furniture and you are not sure if it's able to fit. If you already have your wall space measurements, then you already know if you're good or not. So this page honestly is probably the most important. The next page that I have in the journal is, and the next page that I use is my supply list. I always make a supply list of what I need. I have the description, how many I need, the price, and what the total price would be for that item. I do this supply list first, so that way when I go in the store, I'm never forgetting anything, or when I'm ordering, I never forget what I need. And then the last part to a makeover is a budget tracker. This is very important, especially if you're dealing with clients, because you do not want to mess up people's money. And of course, you don't want to mess up your own money. But the budget tracker I put in this planner is so you can put what your starting budget is, and then you can keep tabs of that budget. So you have a spot on here to write the description, how much was paid out or taken out of the budget, if anything was put back into the budget, and then of course a total, and then at the bottom you can see if you stayed on track. I find this to be very important too, because sometimes even when you put on your supply list everything that you need, we always get into the store and you're like, you know what, oh, that would look great, or oh, you know, I forgot this curtain rod or whatever. And then with your budget tracker, you can take your receipt from the store, and then you can just write it on there, and that way you can keep track, because there is always something that you're going to forget, or something that comes up, or something that ended up costing more than what you expected, and then you see, okay, we need a little bit more money for the budget. So those are the 4 sheets that go to each one of the projects. In the planner that I made it big enough so that you can complete about 25 projects. And again, it doesn't have to be a room makeover. It can be if you're building a table or anything at your house. It is important to plan out your project, so that way you have a set plan for it, a set supply list, and a set budget, and you're tracking your budget you're tracking your budget successfully. Yeah. So I'm just going to take you guys and just show you the room here. This is the room that I'll be working on probably here for the next honestly, this will probably only take me about a week or so. My dad does not want anything lavish. We're not even going to paint the walls. He just wants it decorated nice. His biggest thing was clean and simple. He's an older guy, mature. He doesn't want nothing too fancy in here. He kind of just wants it to go along with the flow of his house. So basically he's telling me, Anissa, pull back, don't do all that extra stuff you be doing, just do something nice. That's literally what he told me. He was like, I don't need all that pizzazz that I be putting on it. So I'm like, okay, I'll try to keep it simple for you. So let me show you guys the room really quick. Whoops. All right. So I'm currently standing at the door, and this is just an overview of the room. All right, so this room was literally just the drop-off spot for like odds and end pieces that he found, because he used to like to find stuff and redo it and thrift and all that. So he just threw it in this room because he hadn't been using this room at all. But we're gonna make it look nice, and hopefully you guys will come along with me for the journey and see how we complete this. And if you need a project planner, be sure to check the description box below, and it'll link you right to the project planner on Amazon. I appreciate you guys so much. Of course, any purchase of that planner would help with for me to keep doing projects on this channel. So I appreciate you guys' support, and I will see you guys next week, where we will be doing some installation of this room and possibly the whole reveal, because I don't think it's going to take me very long at all. But thank y'all, and I will see you guys next week.